Hi everyone, I am Lauren and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about goals and goal setting. With the start of the new year, I know a lot of us are thinking about the year to come and what are the things that we want to accomplish. Now, I was never much of a goals gal. I never set New Year's resolutions. I never created any goals for myself, and usually that was because I started too big. I would, the night before, or December 31st, I would come up with a list of what I would be if I were my ideal self. And I would say I would work out twice a day, and I'm only gonna eat fruits and vegetables, and I'm gonna do all these really grand things. And I would expect that when the clock struck midnight, I was automatically a different person. And I automatically failed because we don't just miraculously become someone else overnight. So I've learned a few tips along the way, or tricks, and I wanted to share them with you on how to become somebody that sets goals that are attainable, that you can reach throughout the year, the month, the week, whatever your time period may be. So let's get started. Tip number one, put positive intentions behind your goals. And what I mean is, don't just say, I want to work out twice a day because I want to be skinny and I'm a fat pig, and then start saying really mean things about yourself. Put positive intentions or thoughts behind that goal. I want to work out, this many times a week because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel confident. It makes me feel strong. So these are the kinds of intentions that we should put behind goals. Maybe your goal has to do with finding a new job. So don't just say, I want to find a new job because I hate my current job, but I want to find a new job because I want to feel fulfilled. I want to feel powerful. I want to feel challenged. So put positive intentions behind those goals and really give yourself the feelings of what it would feel like when you attain those goals, and really what it's actually going to bring to your life to meet that goal. Number two is be realistic. This is a really hard one, and this is why I never was a goal setter or resolution maker, because I was really unrealistic with my goals, as I mentioned in the beginning. So be realistic and start small. You don't have to all of a sudden be somebody that's I always go back to working out because that's what we mostly think about, I think. But don't just say, hey, starting tomorrow, I'm going to go to the gym 5 days a week. As soon as you don't go to the gym 5 days a week, probably that first week, you're going to feel like a failure and you're going to drop that goal. So start small. First week, I want to go to the gym 2 times during the week. Second week, I want to go 3 times during the week. Same can be said for looking for a new job. I want to apply for one new job today, or I'm going to dedicate an hour out of my day to setting up phone screens and phone interviews. Maybe you want to be somebody that meal preps. So instead of saying, on Sunday, I'm going to make every single meal that I'm going to eat for the entire week, which don't do that, because by the time you get to day 7, it's really dry and unfortunate. But start small. Say, hey, I'm going to set aside an hour of time or 30 minutes of time, and I'm going to make my lunches for the next 3 days. Or what I like to do is pack my snacks for the next couple of days. I am in my 2nd trimester of pregnancy, and so having snacks handy is really important to me. So I'll pack my snacks. That way you have things that are really healthy that you can reach for. So start small and work into building your routine. So if you're somebody that likes to sit down at the beginning of the week and define what your routine is going to be, do that for the beginning of the week, or maybe you want to do it at the beginning of the month. So again, start small and build your routine, and it's going to give you something that's a lot more maintainable and sustainable. Be accountable. That's tip number 3. I learned recently that if you write something down, it is 50% more likely to happen. And if you tell somebody, it's 30% more likely to happen. And there's studies to back this up. I'm not making it up. This is something I learned from my health coach, Jess Sukan. You can find her on Instagram, Body Bliss by Jess, and I will definitely be talking a lot more about her. But if you write something down, it sort of makes it more real. So don't just think what your goals are. And this is a really challenging thing for me because I'm super all over the place and my mind is going in a million different directions all the time. But if you take the time to write something down and really set those intentions and be realistic, you're developing a plan for yourself that's much more achievable. And like we said, sustainable. And then share what your goals are. So my plan is to actually share with you guys my different goals and check in regularly. Some of them are a little bit more personal, so I won't be sharing all of them, but I will definitely be sharing. And I've got some great tools that you can use as well. So like I mentioned, I am not the best at writing things down. I am a very visual person, so that seems to keep me a little bit more stimulated and engaged. Now, if you are somebody that likes to write things down, pick up a cute journal, something that gives you all the good feels. Write down your goals, plan out your week, your month, your year, whatever that may be. The intentional journal, it's like a daily planner. This is excellent. This was created by somebody who works with the same health coach that I do, but it's really neat. You can set out your goals for each day. So maybe you are somebody that creates a vision board like myself, which I'll get into in a moment. But you can come back here at the beginning of the week, write down your goals, your intentions behind those goals, how you're going to achieve them. But you can also talk about how they make you feel. If something makes you feel really bad, you're probably not going to do it again, or you'll notice a pattern when you write things down, or you notice certain things that you did that made you feel really good, and those kind of become habits that you can build into your daily routine. I mentioned vision boards, and does anyone else get this? Like that hair that curls this way? Anyway, aside from the intentional journal, I love a vision board. Last year for New Year's, I created a vision board, and I just did it on this little flappy guy. I won't turn it around. You can get these at Walgreens. I got Elmer's glue and scissors and magazines and all kinds of things. My little science fair project poster board. And that was awesome, but it took a lot of time. And again, I'm not somebody that wants to spend, hours and even like multiple evenings cutting and gluing and placing and whatever. So this year I actually got a cork board. So I went to Target. Excuse me, pregnancy, I'm winded. I went to Target and I actually picked up a cork board. It was, I think, $7, and I got a big pack of these things, push pins. Again, they were maybe $2, and then I had a lot of magazines laying around, so I cut things out, just stuck them on. It was so much more efficient and quick than using a glue stick. But I also used my printer. I know not everyone has a printer. If you have one at work that you can print out a few personal items, if you have one at home, go online, find some Pinterest boards that you like, find some images that inspire you, and put those on your vision board. So for me, I tried to find a lot of inspiring images. I've had a long time goal of starting a YouTube channel, which I did finally at the end of 2018. It was on my vision board for last year. I did it at the very end of the year, but I did it. I also want to find an audience and not so much followers per se, but I really want to find people that I connect with. So I've got some images here around social media, connecting with people, editing. I can't, so you'll see a lot of just one take videos, even with some awkwardness. I'm learning. So editing is definitely something that I want to do, but I also want to go on adventures. I want to be happy. I want to go on more adventures with my husband and my dog and our soon-to-be baby. But I also have, and I'll switch this to the other side, some images around confidence. For whatever reason, I don't love to wear shorts and dresses and skirts anymore, and I don't honestly know why. It's just been in the last year or two. So I found this really nice picture of a diverse group of women that all looked super confident, and that's something that I wanted to inspire to be, or people that radiate confidence. I've got images here around working out and healthy eating. So all the things that I want to surround my life with, I've put on my vision board, and these are just little images that I'm going to use to inspire myself. Another really nice thing about using the cork board is you can add to it. So I have some empty space, but you can also take things off. So if your priorities shift or change, feel free to pop that sucker off of your vision board. If you want to add something, add it to your vision board. I have mine kind of broken down into categories. So health and wellness and lifestyle and work. So break it down into things that are important to you, and then find some images that inspire you. And you might have noticed I wrote little words on things just to kind of remind myself why that image is there and why it's inspiring to me and what I want to get out of it. I also recommend doing money on your vision board. Now, I did not put that on mine to share that. There's that hair again. So irritating. But you can get checks online that you can print out, just like blank checks. I know a lot of us don't have checks written around, laying around, excuse me. But if you want to make a certain amount of money this year, write it down. Write yourself a check for that amount of money. If it's a certain bonus that you want to get at work for quota achievement or goals or commissions, write yourself a check for that amount. Maybe it's an amount for something that you're saving for. Maybe you're somebody that's saving to buy a house or move out of a specific apartment, or whatever it is, a vacation, and you need a certain amount of money to do it. Write it down and manifest it. I'm a huge believer in manifesting through vision boards and goals. It's something I've done multiple times. If people have questions about it, I'm more than happy to talk about it. But I think my last tip is to don't give up and be kind to yourself. I think it's really easy to be discouraged. There will be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks that you don't do anything to achieve your goals, and that's totally fine. When you realize it and when you kind of put yourself back together, get right back on the wagon. Just because you don't do practice your goals 100% every single day does not mean that you are not striving for them. You are enough, and you can certainly achieve your goals. Just make them, like we said, positive, attainable, being realistic, and then be accountable. Be accountable to yourself. Check in with yourself. Write them down. Maybe start a blog. Whatever it is, share your goals. And just keep reminding yourself of those goals. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. I know it's been really helpful for me, and I hope that it's helpful for some of you guys. Anyway, if you have questions, leave them up below. I will link the intentional journal. I will also link where I got the cork board and all that fun stuff. It's just Target. but I'll link the ones that I have. It was so inexpensive, and I can reuse that over and over again. And just because it's not January 1st does not mean you can't set goals. So go forth and get it. See you next time. Bye.